Every night, an old man sits alone on the cold street, holding a broken phone in his shaking hands. On that screen, he watches only one video, his daughter's video. She is famous. She is rich. She is loved by millions. But she doesn't know. Her father is homeless. For 15 years, he has only one dream: to hear her say, "Dad," one last time. And the day she sees him on her live stream, everything changes. His name is Robert Miller, 70 years old. Gray hair, weak body, tired eyes. Once he was strong. 20 years ago, he lived in a small house in Texas with his daughter, Emily. The house was small, not rich, but full of love. After Emily's mother died, Robert became everything. He worked 2 jobs every day. Construction in the morning, gas station at night. Sometimes he slept only 3 hours, but he never complained. Every night, Emily hugged him and said, "Dad, I love you." That was enough. When Emily turned 16, everything changed. One day, Robert had a serious accident at work. A heavy machine crushed his leg. Doctors said, "You can't work anymore." No job, no money. Bills started coming. Rent, hospital, food. Robert sold his TV, his bike, his tools. Still, it wasn't enough. Emily wanted to go to college. She loved singing and acting. Her teachers said, "She can be a star." Robert believed them. He took loans, all for her dreams. At 19, Emily moved to Los Angeles. She said, "Dad, I'll return when I succeed." At first, she called every day, then every week, then every month. Then nothing. Robert watched her online. Small videos, thousands of views, then millions. Emily became famous. Brand deals, interviews, red carpets. People loved her. Robert cried when he saw her. From pride. "That's my daughter," he whispered. But while Emily was rising, Robert was falling. Loans increased. Interest grew. Collectors came. One day they took his house. Everything was gone. Photos, memories, furniture. Robert became homeless. He slept on benches, under bridges, on sidewalks, cold nights, hungry days. Still, every night he charged his phone and watched Emily's videos. Again and again. He tried to contact her. Messages, emails, comments. No reply. Her team blocked him. They thought he was fake. Once he went to her event, security pushed him away. "Go away!" He fell. Nobody helped. One evening, Emily started a live stream. Millions were watching. She was smiling. Then someone commented, "Why is a homeless man crying with your photo?" Emily stopped. She looked. There he was, Robert, holding her picture, saying softly, "My daughter, I'm proud of you." Emily turned pale. "Dad," she whispered. The chat exploded. She ended the live. That night she drove alone. No camera. No fans. Only fear. She searched every street, every shelter, looking for one person, her father. But would she find him? Or was it too late? Part 2 will reveal the truth. Emily drove through the dark streets with shaking hands. Her phone was silent. Her heart was loud. "Dad, please be alive," she whispered. For years, she had ignored his calls. For years, she had chosen fame over family, and now she was afraid. She stopped near a shelter. Then another. Then another. "No, Robert," she asked people on the street. "Have you seen this man?" Some shook their heads. Some laughed. Some ignored her. One old woman said, "He sleeps near the bridge sometimes." Emily drove there immediately. Rain was falling. Cold wind was blowing. Under the bridge, she saw blankets, broken bags, empty bottles. And then she saw him. Robert was lying on the ground. So thin, so weak, so still. "Dad!" she screamed. She ran to him. She held his face. Cold. Too cold. Her hands trembled. "Dad, wake up! Please, wake up!" Slowly, Robert opened his eyes. He looked confused. Then he saw her, Emily, standing in front of him, crying. "Am I dreaming?" he whispered. "No, Dad, it's me. I'm here," she said. Tears fell on his face. "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry," Yemi, she cried. Robert tried to smile. "I knew you would come one day." Emily called an ambulance. She held his hand tightly. "I'm not leaving you again. Never," she promised. At the hospital, doctors rushed him inside. Emily waited outside, alone. No camera. No fans. Only guilt. Only fear. Hours passed. Finally, a doctor came. "He is very weak," the doctor said. "Years of hunger and cold damaged his body." Emily felt her knees shake. "Will he live?" she asked. "We will try," the doctor replied. She sat on the floor and cried. For the first time in years, she cried like a child. She remembered everything. Her father's sacrifices, his tired face, his late nights, his dreams for her, and how she forgot him. Inside the room, Robert slowly woke up. Machines were around him. Emily sat beside him. When he opened his eyes, she smiled through tears. "Dad, I'm here," she said. He held her finger weakly. "You became very beautiful," he whispered. "I did it for you," she replied. "I wanted you to be proud." "I was always proud," Robert said. Emily broke down. "I failed you. I left you. I'm sorry." Robert shook his head slowly. "No, you survived. You succeeded. That was enough for me." She held his hand. "Come live with me. I'll take care of you now." Robert looked at her. "Promise?" he asked. "I promise forever," she said. Outside the hospital, news spread fast. "Famous star finds homeless father." People were shocked. Millions shared the story. Some cried. Some apologized. Some felt ashamed. But Emily didn't care. She only cared about one thing: saving her father. Would Robert recover? Would they get a second chance? Or would fate be cruel again? Part 3 will reveal everything. Robert stayed in the hospital for many days. Machines beeped beside his bed. Tubes were connected to his arms. His body was weak, but his eyes were still full of life. Emily never left his side. She canceled meetings. She ignored contracts. She slept on a chair beside him. Every morning, she held his hand. "Dad, I'm here," she whispered. Robert smiled every time. "I waited so long for this," he said. Doctors said his condition was serious. Years of hunger damaged his body. Cold nights weakened his lungs. Stress hurt his heart. "He needs long treatment," the doctor said. Emily nodded. "I'll do anything," she replied. Money was not a problem anymore. She paid for the best doctors, the best medicine, the best care. Slowly, Robert began to improve. First, he could sit. Then he could stand. Then he could walk slowly. One day, Emily brought him new clothes, a warm jacket, soft shoes. "Dad, no more streets," she said. Robert touched the jacket. "I forgot how warm life feels," he whispered. Emily took him to her house, a big house. Bright rooms, soft bed, warm food. Robert stopped at the door. He looked nervous. "Is this really my place?" he asked. "Yes, Dad, this is our home," she replied. That night, Robert slept on a real bed. No cold ground. No noise. No fear. For the first time in years, he slept peacefully. In the morning, Emily cooked breakfast. Eggs, toast, coffee. She placed the plate in front of him. "Eat well," she said. Robert smiled. "You used to burn eggs," he joked. They both laughed. News about them spread everywhere. TV channels called. Reporters waited. Fans wanted stories. Emily refused most of them. "My father matters more," she said. One day she posted a video. "This is my dad," she said. "I forgot him. I failed him. Please don't repeat my mistake." Millions watched. Millions cried. People started helping homeless parents. Shelters received support. Robert watched quietly. "You changed people," he said. "No, Dad," Emily replied. "You changed me." But fate was not finished. One night, Robert felt strong pain. His chest became tight. He couldn't breathe well. Emily rushed him to the hospital. Doctors worked fast. Nurses ran. Machines beeped loudly. Emily waited outside, hands shaking, heart breaking. Hours passed. Finally, the doctor came. His face was serious. Emily stood up slowly. "Tell me the truth," she said. The doctor sighed. His heart is very weak, he replied. We did our best. Emily felt dizzy. Does that mean? She whispered. We don't know how long he has, the doctor said. Tears filled her eyes. She entered the room. Robert was awake. He looked calm. He smiled at her. My little star, he said. She held his hand. I'm here, Dad, I won't leave, she cried. Robert touched her face. I'm not afraid anymore, he whispered. But I am, she replied. He smiled softly. Then stay with me every moment. Would Robert survive? Would they get more time together? Or was goodbye coming closer? Part 4 will reveal everything. Emily did not leave the hospital that night. She sat beside her father's bed, holding his hand, watching every breath. Every sound from the machine scared her. She remembered all the years she was not there. All the calls she ignored. All the messages she never answered. I'm sorry, Dad, she whispered again and again. Robert opened his eyes slowly. He looked tired, but he smiled. You came back, he said softly. That's all I wanted, Emily cried. I should have come earlier, she said. Robert shook his head. No, you were chasing your dream. That was my dream too. Doctors checked him every few hours. Medicines were changed. Tests were done. Some days were good. Some days were bad. Sometimes he could talk. Sometimes he was silent. Emily stayed through everything. She read to him. She told him stories. She played his favorite old songs. One evening, Robert asked, Do you remember when you were little? Emily smiled. You carried me on your shoulders, she said. And you bought me ice cream even when we had no money. Robert laughed weakly. I was rich then, he replied. Because I had you. Emily held his face. You still have me, she said. Outside, reporters waited. Stories were everywhere. Star saves her homeless father. But Emily didn't care. She turned off her phone. She chose her father. One night, Robert's condition became worse. His breathing slowed. Alarms rang. Doctors rushed in. Emily was pushed outside. She waited, praying, crying, begging God. Minutes felt like hours. Finally, the doctor came out. We stabilized him, he said, but he is very fragile. Emily closed her eyes in relief. She went back inside. Robert was awake. He looked at her. Emily, he whispered. Yes, Dad, she replied. Promise me something. Anything, she said. Live happily, and even if I'm gone. Emily shook her head. Don't say that, she cried. I need you. Robert touched her hand. You are strong now, he said. I'm proud of you. Tears fell on the bed. She kissed his forehead. I'll never leave you, she promised. But deep inside, she was afraid. Was this their last chance? Was time running out? Part 5 will reveal everything. The next morning, sunlight entered the hospital room softly. Emily was still sitting beside her father. She had not slept. Her eyes were red. Her hands were cold. But she did not move. Robert opened his eyes slowly. Are you still here? He whispered. Emily smiled weakly. Where else would I be? She replied. Robert looked at her for a long time. I dreamed about your childhood last night, he said. When you were afraid of the dark. Emily laughed softly. You used to sit with me until I fell asleep. I never wanted you to feel alone, he replied. Emily held his hand. And I made you feel alone, she said quietly. No, Robert said. You just got lost in life. Everyone does. That day, doctors ran new tests. They checked his heart, his lungs, his blood. Emily waited outside, walking back and forth, praying silently. After hours, the doctor called her in. We found something, he said. There is a risky treatment. Emily's heart jumped. Will it save him? She asked. It might, the doctor replied. But it is dangerous. What are the chances? She asked. 50%, he said honestly. Emily froze. Half chance to live, half chance to lose him. She went back to the room. Robert was awake. She sat beside him. Dad, she said softly, there is a treatment. He listened carefully. It's risky, she continued. But it could help you. Robert looked at the ceiling. For a long moment he said nothing. Then he turned to her. Do you want me to try? He he asked. Yes, Emily replied immediately. I need you. Robert smiled. I stayed alive on the streets, just to see you again. He held her hand. If this is my last fight, I will fight, Emily cried. You are the bravest man I know, she said. The next day, preparations began. Machines were moved. Nurses explained procedures. Forms were signed. Emily signed every paper with shaking hands. That night, she sat beside him. Tomorrow is the day, she whispered. Robert nodded. Whatever happens, thank you for coming back, he said. She hugged him carefully. I'm not leaving again, she promised. But inside her heart, fear was growing. Would this treatment save him? Or would it take him away forever? Part 6 will reveal everything. The day of the treatment arrived. The hospital was quiet. Too quiet. Emily walked beside her father toward the operation room. She held his hand tightly. Her fingers were cold. Her heart was shaking. Robert looked calm. Don't worry, he said softly. I've faced worse nights on the street. Emily forced a smile. This time you're not alone, she replied. Outside the operation room, nurses stopped her. You must wait here, one said. Emily nodded. She kissed her father's forehead. I'll be right here, she whispered. Robert squeezed her hand. I'll come back, he said. Then the doors closed. Emily sat on the cold chair, staring at the red light. Hours passed. She didn't eat. She didn't drink. She didn't move. She prayed. For the first time in years, she prayed sincerely. She remembered how her father used to pray for her success. Now it was her turn. A nurse walked by. Then another. No news. Her phone rang many times. Managers, sponsors, fans. She ignored all of them. Nothing mattered now. Finally, after long hours, the door opened. The doctor came out. His face was tired. Emily jumped up. How is he? She asked. The doctor took a deep breath. The procedure is over, he said. His body reacted slowly. Emily held her breath. Is that good? She whispered. We won't know until tomorrow, he replied. He is in critical care now. Emily followed them to the ICU. Robert lay on the bed. Machines surrounded him. His eyes were closed. His face looked pale. She sat beside him, holding his hand. Dad, I'm here, she whispered. All night she stayed awake, watching every breath, every movement, every sound. At midnight, his fingers moved slightly. Emily froze. Dad, she whispered. His eyes opened slowly. He looked at her, weakly, but clearly. Still here? He whispered. Emily smiled through tears. Yes, Dad, you're still here. He closed his eyes again. But this time, with peace. Morning came slowly. Sunlight entered the room. Doctors checked his vitals. They talked quietly. Emily watched nervously. Finally, the main doctor came. We see improvement, he said. Emily's heart jumped. Really? She asked. Yes, he nodded. But the next 48 hours are critical. Emily held her hands together. Thank you, she whispered. She went back to Robert. You're winning, she said. He smiled faintly. Because you're here, he replied. But danger was not over yet. Anything could still happen. Would Robert fully recover? Or would fate change again? Part 7 will reveal everything. The next 2 days felt like years. Emily never left the hospital. She slept on a chair. She ate little. She prayed constantly. Every hour, doctors checked Robert. Every hour, Emily waited. Her heart was always racing. On the third morning, the main doctor entered the room. He was smiling. Emily stood up immediately. Tell me, she said nervously. The doctor nodded. He made it, he said. Emily froze. What? She whispered. He survived, the doctor repeated. His heart is stable now. Tears exploded from her eyes. She covered her mouth. She couldn't breathe. She couldn't speak. She only cried. She rushed to her father's bed. Robert was awake. He looked better. Color had returned to his face. When he saw Emily, he smiled. You're crying again, he teased weakly. Emily laughed and cried at the same time. You're alive, she said. That's all that matters. Robert reached for her hand. "You saved me," he whispered. "No, Dad," she replied. "You saved me first, my whole life." Weeks passed. Robert slowly recovered. Physical therapy.
Daily walks.
Healthy food. Emily was always beside him. She moved him into her home. She gave him his own room, filled with sunlight, photos, comfort. One day, Emily invited him to her biggest live show. Millions were watching. She stood on stage, lights everywhere, cameras focused. Then she said softly, "Before I sing, I want to show you someone." She pointed to the front row. Robert stood up slowly. The camera zoomed in. The crowd went silent. "That man," Emily said, "is my father. He raised me alone. He slept on streets. He starved, but he never stopped loving me." Tears filled her eyes. "I forgot him once," she continued, "and that was my biggest mistake. Please, never forget the people who love you." The crowd stood up. They clapped. They cried. Robert covered his face. He had never felt so proud. After the show, Emily hugged him. "Dad," she whispered. "Yes, my star," he replied. "Thank you for waiting for me," she said. "I waited my whole life," he smiled. "But it was worth it." That night they sat together at home, watching old videos, laughing, talking, living, not as a star and a homeless man, but as a daughter and her father, finally together. Forever.